Oh, Tizo. Tizo seems despondent following the confrontation with Orlek. Tizo is filled with mixed emotions at seeing Orlek again. Like Volfred, he thought for sure that Orlek had perished long ago. Tizo is angry that Orlek acted so unfriendly with everyone. Then the little imp looks at you with sadness in his eyes but says no more. He skitters up into the rafters. Aww. Orlek's a prick. And I'm worried because, like, we have two bad signs. One, we have somebody that's perverting their rights by being the secondary Nightwings, essentially. Two, we have the part where we just visited an island that's like, hey, the rights are going to come to a close. I'm like, that's a bad combination of things. That's a bad two things to mix together. I better choose wisely who I let out next. From here on out, I suppose. Speaking of which, the time is at hand. Is it gonna... It can't be Orlek, right? Wow, it's a long way up. When you're at all the way at the bottom. Was that my first time going all the way to the bottom since going all the way to the top? Possibly. Emperor's Ascent. You sense Bertrude shall gain favor. Or Emperor's Fall. Pamitha shall gain favor. There's a decent chance with this setup that I'll use Bertrude. She's pretty great. You land amid the ancient formations of Mount Alodiel, at whose summit awaits the Liberation Rite. Thus begins our third ascent to the fall of Solium. My agents in the Commonwealth report our plan is proceeding. Let us strive again to liberate one of our own and raise its chances. I'm a little concerned because it's my first showdown against this group since the first time around. It is still them, right? Essence. I have not faced Essence since the first time around. I feel like they weren't very hard, because Harpies weren't super fast, necessarily. But still, somewhat concerned. Let's look at my lineup and who I'd want to use against them, probably. So Faye is recovered. I'll probably use Faye. I should think about who I want to let go free. You're rank 4. You're not rank 4. Okay, so Pamitha, Jodariel, and Faye are my only options for people to let out. They're the ones that are up top right now. And I am kind of garbage at playing as Pamitha, it seems. But I also don't really want... I do want Jodariel to get to go free. Huh. Part of me almost can't pass up on the idea, now that I think about it, of having Pamitha face off against her sister and one or the other goes free. Like, how cool of a story is that? In which case, it would probably be Faye, Pamitha, and Bertrude in this round, I would say. Yeah, probably. Tried to screw it up. With some time to spare after having landed, you join Bertrude in a brief expedition to the monument of How Swallow. We do not fear thee. We do not worship thee. We seek to understand thee. We accept thy power and thy gift, for through our actions we extend thy influence. Soon you and she are finished paying your respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though How the Swallow has shown you favor. You shall soon begin your ascent, though there is some time yet to pursue your vocations. +1 quickness for the next rite, okay. Nope, someone wants to talk. To you? Yeah, it is. You approach Bertrude just as she has finished polishing the various bottles, flasks, and vials that your fellow exiles have collected during your travel through the downside. The evidence of thy travels, how brazenly ye put them on display. Ye tempt these lands to swallow ye. She lets out a long breath. Nonetheless, these trinkets stir our memories, not merely of these lands, but of the country whence we came. Know, reading one, that we are here because of Sandalwood. We met him long ago within the southern bogs. He offered many courtesies, and in exchange we found agreeable. We sought, then, certain reagents necessary to our studies of the heavens and the earth. And he knew where to procure them. In exchange, we were to boil for him our finest inks, a certain recipe notorious yet secret. Its stain could never be removed. Oh, but the Commonwealth misliked it. 'Twas then we began collecting samples of the regions in the downside, for Sandalwood was ever true to his word. Long he had studied this accursed place, Black Basin, the chaos of the deathless tempest, the richness of the bogs of flagging hands, lands so far away, yet they called to us. If molten millet was to traverse the downside in its entirety an age ago, then surely 'twas not beyond reckoning that we could do the same. Furthermore, but she hesitates. It matters not, reading one. Thou hast indulged our tales long enough for now. She slithers away without further explanation. She seems reluctant to discuss the circumstances of her past with Wolfred, yet you sense that she is here by choice. That's interesting. Like, does that suggest that she's just flat out not an exile? One way to check. 21 years exiled. Astral side Pincer, or Pyre. She was born 22nd of the second moon, suggesting she is introspective and thoughtful. Crime is conspiracy. She's accomplice to an illegal stamping press operation, providing inks and other materials. Insurrection. The record states she demonstrated a willful disregard for Commonwealth doctrine. She's been here for 21 years. Damn, that's a long time. Ophem unburied. He died repenting, but did not linger in his grave for very long at all. Ugh. If you needed someone cursed or guarantees of fortune on a big day, or to consort with elder patrons such as Orphem Unburied or Marsus Needle-Eyes, you would go see Big Bertrude. She was one of the most infamous alchemists of her day. She plied her trade right under the Commonwealth's nose without regard. Ironically, it was the modest-sounding request for printing inks that ultimately got her in trouble, resulting in her exile on the downside. Her reputation preceded her, and she resumed her practice. I'm stalling a little bit because I'm nervous, because this episode is a freaking liberation rite, which is when my failures really matter. And I've had my share of failures. Should I do mentoring again? How far along is Faye? She would need a lot still. She's not gonna get it in time for this ride, at least. The experience boost she'd want. Big Bertrude could level up though. What's her next thing she'd be able to get? Ooh. While Bertrude's Pyre has less, the adversaries deal minus 10 damage. Ooh. If I'm gonna use her in a liberation rite, I should really have that. Alright. Let's mentor Bertrude then. If I do that though, will it no longer be possible for me to even let Pamitha out? Current alignment 5500. No. Pamitha will still be in the lead. Okay. Let us then discuss these matters which you believe should be of benefit. You asked Bertrude to explain to you, in her own words, the histories of the 8 scribes, and speak to how their varied backgrounds formed the basis not just of the rites, but of the Commonwealth. There we go, just 1,000. This land, so rife with eldritch knowledge, long forbidden in the Commonwealth. We learned the stuff of fear itself. Grab this. Ah, yes. So if I'm losing, the adversaries will score less points, which could be a game changer. perhaps not all wisdom of the scribes lies buried in that tone of thine. That could be useful. Bertrud's getting scary. Bertrud and Faye could be a really good combo. Plus or minus anyone else that's in the group, basically. Don't fuck it up. Me. B for Faye. Oh, Tizo. Favor for Tizo and for Gilman. Ah. I feel like I haven't done Gilman ever. Though I also neglect Tizo a lot in these situations. Where'd I even go? We just warped across, basically. Yeah, I just magically came out from behind something because the path made, like, no sense. While traversing the narrow passageways on the way to the summit, you pass a monument to Molten Millith, and Sir Gilman happens to take notice. Is an exile self-imposed still worthy of your blessings, O good scribes? This knight most certainly hopes so. His compatriots so yearn to once again be free that this knight's heart goes out to each of them. Please, help him to help them. Even his prayers are not for himself to go free. Soon you and he are finished paying your respects. As you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Molten Millith has shown you favor. +3 glory, damn. That's damage to the Pyre. If only that happened to the other character, although I don't... Bertrud's not often a scoring character. She's intermediate. When Faye's out of commission, she can charge in sometimes. You and your companions arrive again at Scribe's Gate before an archway carved of stone. Shall we, Rita? The minstrel leads you toward his counterpart, who seems unsurprised to see you all approach. The exiles of the Nightwing, and you, again, Tariq. Greetings, Celeste. We have returned. The stars shine darkly these past nights. Nothing more than a portent of your arrival, is it? Likely nothing more. Now they are ready for you. Then come forth, each of you, in turn. Please state your name and what it is you seek while crossing Scribe's Gate. Wait, you. He points to Bertrud. You are new amongst this group. You shall go first. Please do as she asks, Bertrud, madame. We are known throughout the downside as Big Bertrud. We follow Sandalwood, for we are fond of him, and he led us into exile, and he shall lead us out. The Gate Guardian acknowledges her and motions for the rest of you to proceed. Everyone does so as before, including you. Once you all have declared yourselves, she regards you all for another moment and beckons toward the mountain's top. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Thank you, Celeste. Until the summit, Tariq. Don't screw this up, me. Don't screw this up, me. Always Mr. Slug Market around. Hey, welcome back, you guys. You know, I guess this is a pretty decent spot for business all of a sudden, because used to be, it was real bad up here, you know? I'd be here and just wait and wait and wait. Sometimes it gets real cold, like I was telling you before, and stuff like that. So anyway, you buying anything or what? How do you get up here? A reasonable question. Like, don't you have to be an enlightened character to get up here, or accompanying one? He's not even taking part, does he? Bottled Void. After getting banished, the bearer returns in a burst that draws in nearby adversaries. How's that work? A dense concoction tend to have an unusual effect when exposed to a sudden burst of light. I think it's saying that he returns to his home base in that condition. Like, you defeat the character, the character gets defeated, then the timer goes by, then they respawn at their base, but in an explosion, I think. Oh, only +3? That's all I can afford right now. I'll take it, like always. You guys really are my favorite customers, you know? Are we gonna screw this up? Don't screw it up. Don't screw it up, please. The last team destroyed me. Again, you have reached the fall of Solium, where one among you can go free, provided you prevail against the essence and liberation, right? Reader, we would ask a moment of your time. We have to talk. As darkness falls, the minstrel and Wolfred pull you aside. We have some news that is, depending upon how you look at it, potentially unfortunate. Lone minstrel directs your attention towards the dark night sky. The stars are fading. It is true. With the advent of the Titan stars, visibly fewer stars seem to be shining than once you saw in the sky above. Yes, the stars themselves are vanishing. Why? I do not yet understand. But what it indicates is this. The rites are drawing to an inexorable end. Light of the stars. Without it, the rites would be unable to commence. Anyway, that is the bad news. The good news is there is a lot of stars to go. How many liberation rites remain, I do not know as yet. The arithmetic is complicated. An estimation of the number of stars, the rate at which they fade, the accelerating rate at which we're being summoned here. Anyway, I'll work it out as soon as possible. For now, I felt that you should be aware. We can inform the others in due time. At the moment, though, we have this rite to think about. And so do you. Look forth. As the stars above begin to shine, Wolfred's words begin to sink in. It seems you have a limited number of chances remaining to liberate your companions, including this one. Now. The game's warning you now, you may not be able to liberate everybody. We don't know what the number ultimately equals. It could just be equal to the number of companions you have total, and if you ever fail a single one, then that means that that's one less companion you get to free by the end of the game, or it could be less than that. Your adversary, Zilvius Horsehead, star of the Mare Titan, once vanquished by the scribe Saint Tristatithus. Call upon, your adversary shall never be banished after plunging into your pyre. Oh. Fuck off. That'd be so brutal.
Congratulations, reader. It would appear the rites are drawing to a close. Doubtless the doing of that Orlek in all his bitter spite. For now, your exiles have another chance at freedom here upon the fall of Solium. So too do your adversaries, the Essence. They fought so very bravely for this moment. Whichever side prevails soon shall send one of its own into the warm embrace of civilization.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Essence, come forth and now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Tamitha swoops down from somewhere and unfastens her mask. I am known as Tamitha Thane. I mean to return to my ancestral home and promptly resume my responsibilities as flight tactician of the High-Wing Remnants. Our long stalemate against the Commonwealth shall soon be ended, should I and several of my sisters manage to rejoin our clan. Then our vengeance shall be swift and thorough. Your quarrel with the country that cast you into exile is beneath the notice of the scribes, Tamitha Thane. Here you shall be judged under the stars. My quarrel with the Commonwealth is all that gave me and my sisters strength enough to reach this point. The scribes ought well take heed of how my people suffer. We are not weaklings anymore, like your Tristatithus. We shall not fall in line with flightless fools in their naked attempts to subsume our heritage, our culture. Speak not again thus of the saint, or you shall be expelled, Tamitha Thane. Tamitha scoffs and then turns her attention towards your side. And Nightwings, as for you, the fury we shall imminently show, is nothing in comparison to the hatred growing for your commonwealth in the mountains on the other side. She signals to her sisters to ready themselves. So seek your freedom. You seek your freedom, but there shall be nothing, save for devastation, should you manage to return. Damn. Okay, no, she's pretty bad, after all. She's not just a member of an enemy nation, she's a hateful, militant member of that enemy nation. As for you, Nightwings, you bring darkness with you. What have you wrought upon the stars? Celeste, please. We do not know what is amiss here. The Nightwings have come only to see that the liberation is carried out. Indeed. Then make your choice, Nightwings. Who among you is to be anointed here? Pamitha should still be an option, right? Yeah. This is such a battle of... Like, this will be such an effective battle of ideologies if I bring Pamitha in. Because it'd be like the voice of reason for the High-Wing Remnants versus like a militant extremist of the High-Wing Remnants and their sisters of all people. It's like, it's the best time ever to elect Pamitha as a potential liberation character. Just like how just like that moment when, it's like when Rookie made the bet against Barker, like, at that point I'm like, well, we're all in. +3, what would this make it at? Same thing. Not a big bonus there. Yours is already maxed out. You don't have one right now. That's a 20. Where's the item? There we go. Kerfang. You're both 20s now. I should just keep pumping up this. Oh, is that 17? I was gonna max out. 60% then. There we go. Mooncrest is maxed out. 60% chance of returning instantly, if I so choose to use that item. Shooting through walls is so good. Okay. You got the one where if you're flying, then you won't be banished, which makes you a good scorer. Although these are all both good options too. I might go with that instead, because I often don't fly correctly. That may be the way to go. You're most likely to score first when we have everyone available, so I'll give you the damager. Because the healer only works... The healing one only works if we've suffered damage. So between a healing thing and Bertrude's damage resistance, we could have some really good options here. Alright, Pamitha. Moment of truth, right? So, I'm to get my shot at all this. Then... How very thoughtful of you, reader darling.
Who shall strive for her? Say.
Me? Of course. I'll do my best. This is important.
Bertrude.
We shall lend our support to that one, then.
Very well.
One final obstacle to overcome ere I can soar again above your commonwealth. Such destruction I shall rain upon it soon. But first, let us dance this final time.
Commence.
Fuck, she just flew directly into it. I was like, she's not gonna make it all the way in, right? And she jumped right in. Nope. No, she only has a long jump. She can't control it. Nope. That's bad. Nope. Jesus. Okay. As Liberation Rite continues, you sense Pamitha reaching out to you, or perhaps just reaching out to anyone at all. Reader, someone, please. Let her prevail. Let her prevail, please. Let her prevail here, this once. Really? Why would you want her to win? If this makes me a traitor, so be it, but please let Tamitha prevail, for she is here, wrapped up in all this because of me. But she's, like, crazy. Ah, Pamitha. The plea trails off, and Pamitha remains steadfast, all of her attention focused on the liberation rite. And as for Tamitha, propel yourselves, Nightwings, and as for you, Pamitha, I await the outcome of this night, for it shall soon ensure that I may never have to see your smirking countenance again. She's that guilty over everything that she doesn't want to even win? That was a bad idea. Holy shit, by the way, they are ruining me. She may get her wish regardless. God, no, their flight distance is like infinite. That wasn't true before. Gotcha. There we go. Whew.
The essence badged to the last.
In midair? Shit. Nope, that's bad. Nope. Nope.
Alas for
Nope,
fame.
that's bad. That's bad. What? Oh.
Weakens.
I thought I got her. Okay, that's confusing. Nope.
You left
Holy crap.
yourselves wide open.
Their actions are faster than my brain can move sometimes.
The orb. All of the essence gone. Now that
There's some damage.
lovely.
Whew. I need to believe in the plan, right? If I believe in the plan, then everyone might get to go free eventually. And then Pamitha still gets her wish eventually. But Tamitha doesn't help the plan at all. Hark now, my sisters. Damn what the book says. Advance to strike formation. Prevail here against these wretches no matter what the cost. Are they gonna move at once? What the hell? In disregard for the way of the rites, Tamitha Thane has ordered the Triumvirate to push forward a field, adopting an even more aggressive stance for the remainder of the rite. What does that mean? Can they move together? They can move together? Oh, they're starting away from their pyre. That's a problem.
Such hatred spewing constantly, that ought to wake
Damn it.
you up.
It is hard to switch in time sometimes.
The Nightwing's adversaries gained an edge. Ooh. Simply monstrous.
How did I miss that? No! Damn it, how did I miss at that range? Nope.
Shame.
Shit! What is happening? What is that? What was that delay for? It's freaking me out.
By the scribes.
Ooh, it's a close match. Ooh, it's a real close match.
Victory is at hand.
Jump, jump, jump!
And there it is.
No.
At last.
How did I not jump in time? Fuck.
The essence proved their worth. It could have been you, Nightwings, but alas.
Video games are hard.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the essence shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Well, things always went their way. You were hoping it would go this way, Pamitha. I heard you. Well, as I was trying to express at one point, but it was hard to get thoughts out when things were tense, is that, one way or another, there's a minor victory in that either Pamitha gets to go or Tamitha gets to go under Pamitha's wishes. Probably not giving Pamitha another shot to win, though, so that might have been her one ticket. I think Jadariel's gonna be next. Well, if things always went our way, then none of us would be here in the first place, right? Commonwealth fools. How fitting that our traditions such as this should spring forth from a culture such as yours. They ought to have put me down to the sword, but no. They, in their arrogance and their smug superiority, deigned reason that those such as I ought to be exiled instead. Here, then, we would live in penitence, and then learn the error of our ways? She laughs, for once, though not with joy. Such utter nonsense. And now, they shall receive me open-armed, a champion forged by the precious system, yet I shall use every waking breath to bring them all to ruin. She turns to her fellow sisters of the Essence and regards them with respect. Sisters, we may not be bound by blood, but ours is a stronger bond even than that. May we soar together in the stars someday, and I swear to you the Highwing Remnant shall survive. Farewell, sisters. That was a brutal development to have it turn out that they're all just gonna starting the rounds halfway up the arena. A moment later, she is gone, engulfed within the waters of the Shimmer Pool, yet you hear her voice reverberate for one last time. Farewell, sisters. Tamitha's earned back her freedom. Uh-oh. Accept it, for it is done.
Godspeed, Tamitha Thane. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may yet continue for a while.
On one hand, it's a bummer that she got out, but on the other hand, it's also kind of brutal and horrible to have this organization be designed to give everyone the chance to earn their freedom, and then nobody ever earns their freedom except for the Nightwing, so the idea of never... There's a darkness to the idea of never losing, too, as a result.
May the scribes have mercy on us all.
Well, Tamitha, I knew full well I could never give back to you the years you spent in exile, and I knew I never could regain your trust, but maybe now at least I can start to live with myself again. Though, how absurd. I might have doomed the Commonwealth and the Highwing Remnants and Tamitha alike this night, and yet, once more, all I can think of is myself. I need a drink. Well, you got your wish. The thing you wanted more than going free. Hope it was worth it.